This is the quiz 6.1 to 6.3 review. This is problem number 2. So this is a system with 3 variables. So I'm going to take 2 equations. Step 1, take 2 equations and eliminate a variable. So I'm going to pick the first and second equation because notice I can get rid of the z very quickly. So when I add those 2 together, I get 5x. So yeah, I'm going to add these 2 together. So I'm going to get 5x minus y equals 12. So the z is gone. Now look at this equation. It's also 5x minus y equals 12. So I'm going to multiply this by -1, making that all the signs change, and add them together and get 0 equals 0. And since 0 equals 0, this is infinite solutions. And that's the answer. So this may not be what happens on the quiz. So make sure you go back to the video clips that I did for either section 6.2 or 6.3 and make sure you can solve a system of equations, because this probably is not what will happen on the test or the quiz. Let's go ahead to problem 3. Give the order of each matrix. So the rows, remember, are the horizontal, so there are 2 rows, so that number goes first. And then by, the columns go second, and the columns are 1, 2, 3. So this is a 2 by 3 matrix, and that's called the order of it. Let's go to the second one. Again, we do the horizontal first. There are 1, 2, 3 rows, so the 3 goes first by, and then the columns. And for the columns, there are 2 columns, so this is a 3 by 2 matrix, and that's called the order of the matrix. And problem 4, write the augmented matrix. So the matrix gets a bracket, and the coefficient of the x is 2, the coefficient of the y is 1, the coefficient of the z is a -1, and the constant is 4. The second row, the coefficient of the x is 3. There is no y, so we need a 0, and the coefficient of z is 1, and the constant is 8. And the third row, the coefficient of x is 1, the coefficient of y is -1, the coefficient of z is 1, and the constant is 3. So there is the augmented system, this augmented matrix.